Hello! So, today we will be continuing the wheel video that I did like 4 months ago. So in the last video I was talking about Stacked Motorsports event, and unfortunately the event got canceled. The coordinator had some kind of family emergency, but best of luck to the coordinators. It's a great event. I hope that you guys do end up resolving whatever happens and that we do get the event to come back. Anyway, wheel video. So these wheels I got almost half a year ago. I bought them from someone upstate from Facebook Marketplace. If you guys do not use Facebook Marketplace to buy things cheap, I highly recommend it. I got all 4 of these wheels, although they were in kind of rough condition, for only $200.
That's pretty good.
So shortly after making the wheel video, I did some cleaning of them, which I also put up. We basically just sandblasted all of the rust and stuff that was on them, some of the curb rash, and this will be the final video for that. This will be us prepping primer, base coat, clear. The color that we ended up going with was a Sepang bronze, it's called. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that first word right. It is a BMW color. It's found in like the 2005 Z4 and older M5. It's a good color in between brown and gold, which seems to be the issue with a lot of bronzes. This one's right in the middle. There is also a lot of metal flake in it, which is nice. It's not just a bronze color and that's it. But enough talking about the color, I'm gonna just skip to the video of us actually doing all the work on them. So it is now the next day. I'm going outside to start sanding and prepping the wheels. My dad started sanding the wheels down right now, so we're gonna scuff them on all the rough spots and then we're gonna paint them with epoxy primer. So we're gonna be sanding the wheels right now. My dad's sanding them. I'm gonna start using brake cleaner to clean them off. So I'm just gonna time lapse through all of this right now. So my dad is just blowing everything off after we sanded to get some of the debris out of the way and clean off the table that we're gonna be painting on. So we just, in that little time lapse, did some scuffing, some sanding, cleaned up some spots, got rid of some glue that was on there, and then used some brake remover or brake cleaner to get some stuff out of the way. Now we're gonna use some wax and grease remover just to clean everything up before we start prepping for epoxy primer. So this is the epoxy primer we're gonna use. It is a 2-part, there's an activator and just the regular paint. It's by Southern Polyurethane. It's also the same company we use for the clear coat. So we just loaded up the gun with epoxy primer. We're going to start spraying the wheels slightly. It's a small amount, so we're going to have to do wheel by wheel. We do have some extra in the container over here on the ground. For all the painting and stuff we're doing, we are actually using a Harbor Freight gun, that one that's silver and purple. So you guys really don't need like the most high quality stuff, as long as it atomizes pretty well. These are only wheels, so they don't have to be like the most immaculate thing like if you're painting a car. Although we are using actual car body paint. The brand of paint that we use was 4th Dimension. I don't think I mentioned that before. Anyway, time to paint. So whoa, I almost walked into this. So we just finished painting the wheels. We've just finished putting the primer on them. So right here is all of them. They're all sitting in the sun, just kind of baking a little bit. They don't necessarily have to, but we just put them there because we wanted them off the table so we could clean everything. So I'm gonna have to wait another day because the primer that we used is like almost like a Flex Seal sort of stuff.
Yo, what's up, Flex fans?
It turns into like a rubberized material, so it keeps everything really out of the elements. So it kind of has a rubbery texture, but when you sand it down and once it hardens, it turns to like a primer. We have to wait a full day before we start painting. So I'm gonna come back tomorrow after work, and then we're probably gonna scuff some stuff, maybe use regular primer, and then paint on top of that. So I'll see you tomorrow. So I didn't actually get to record any spraying of the second day because I was at work while my dad painted. So here's some more videos of me painting. Just pretend it's white now. So this is what the wheels look like white. We used the exact same epoxy primer we used before, just before we used a little bit of black in it so it came out gray. We were just finishing off the black that we had left. Now we just put a second coat on just to make it sure we had it nice and thick. And now we're gonna sand it once more and apply the base coat. So this is the bronze on the wheel right now. This is the Sepang bronze like I was talking about before. There is absolutely no clear on this. This is just base coat on top of the primer. This is what the wheel would look like if you put like a semi-gloss or matte clear on top of it. So if that's the kind of color you're looking for, then definitely go ahead with that. We are obviously going to be putting clear on top of it. We're going to be using a glossy clear, and I'm actually going to show you guys us painting the clear because it's a little bit different than the base coat. So right here we're just mixing up the clear again before we put it into the gun. This is not the Harbor Freight gun from before. This is actually a much more professional paint gun. So here we have my dad painting the clear. Thank you again to him for painting the base coat and the clear coat while I was at work. So like I said before, this is not the Harbor Freight paint gun. This is actually an A&I paint gun that we got from Spray Direct or something like that. I'll leave a link in the description to where you can get one. We also have a couple DeVilbiss guns, but we used this new one. Just wanted to test it out. It is a 1mm needle, so it definitely atomizes well. It's good for clear and like detail work. So if you're wondering what my dad is wearing, he kind of looks like he has a beekeeper's hat on. It is a fresh air system. I believe it's called Cool Breathe. It is basically a hood that you put on, and you could see the tube that's running down the back of his head down on the ground. Runs to a regulator that's going to be out of the way of the clear, so that way he gets fresh air. Obviously you don't want to be breathing in clear. We weren't wearing masks when we were doing the base coat and primer, just because it was outdoors and it was relatively windy. We usually wear just a respirator, but just for what we were doing it wasn't that bad. It was 4 small wheels. But with clear you definitely want to be a little bit more careful. Clear's a lot more dangerous to be breathing in, just the nature of it and how it hardens in your lungs and stuff. The paint is also Southern Polyurethane. We talked about that earlier in the video. It's the same clear coat as the primer we used. This is their high shine urethane clear. It stays nice and shiny and is very easy to buff. It's a little overkill for some wheels, but we were just trying it out. We'd finally gotten some of it. So this is the finished product. This is the Sepang bronze with the urethane clear. They came out really nice, very shiny. The camera really doesn't do it too much justice. Definitely looks really nice in the sun, especially with the flake that's in it. So now I just have to put my new tires on, and I'll be showing you guys that in a second.
The next day.
Hello! I just got home from work, and I got the wheels and tires mounted. Well, my dad got my wheels and tires mounted. I went to go to Matt, but we had an issue with his tire machine, so he ended up getting it done at this other place. But anyway, so I'm just gonna take the wheels out of the trailer over here, and then I will show you guys. I'll put some pictures up on my Instagram story as well. So this will probably be out way after everything is done. I'll probably have the wheels on the car and everything like that before this video even comes out. So if you guys want to stay up to date, check me out right here on Instagram. I also recently made a second page for photography because I kind of got into photography from making all these videos. I got a nicer camera, I got more lenses, and just kind of got into it way too much, I guess. So that's going to wrap it up for this video. The reason my dad was painting so much in this video was because we were kind of on a time crunch to get the wheels and tires mounted. So we had to paint them and let them cure enough so that way we could get them mounted. I was going to get them done by Matt, who you guys seen with the RSX in a couple of videos. His tire machine ended up not really working the way we wanted it to, especially with freshly painted wheels, so we ended up going somewhere else. So we did the 2 coats of primer, we did 2 coats of base, and we did 2 coats of clear. So The wheel now is totally sealed. It looks great. It's been a while since I've actually made this video, and the wheels have held up amazing. No paint chips, nothing. They still look super shiny, and the metallic flake is still really nice. So if you guys are looking to do any kind of wheel work, you guys can definitely do this, or just take the same process and use spray cans. You really don't need to do it with professional auto body paint, but we thought it'd be a nice touch to do. We have the equipment, we have the knowledge. So if you guys liked that video, learned something new, learned something about painting, give me a like, let me know what you guys learned, leave a comment, whatever you guys want to know. I'm always happy to help you guys out. If you guys are not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.